Hey everybody, Charlie92 here, and welcome back to Uru, the complete Chronicles. We last left off, well, we got a bunch of lore, and we got our, what is it called? Kai? I don't know how to pronounce it. Our little Apple Watch that takes pictures. Let's see if we can bring it up. What is it, F4? No, that is the help and key map, so maybe I should look at that. F2. Boom, there it is. I don't have any clue what this does, this or this, but we can take pictures with it, and that's very helpful. So we need to make some progress. So let's take stock. Full disclosure, it's been about maybe a week and a half since I last played. I just got home from work. I've been talking a lot at work. That's kind of what I do. I'm a tank instructor now, so I have to talk quite a bit. So if my voice is a little scratchy, I apologize. I'm doing the best I can here. Anyway, let's take stock. So we've got 4 books that were in these 4 totems, for lack of a better term, or pedestals, whatever you want to say. And in each of those 4 books, there's 7, I believe, tapestries that we must find. Now, this is what Yisha told us to do. Now, on top of that, I believe there is DLC or expansion, which are these shells right here. That's the path of the shell. We're going to worry about that once we finish this first part here, or at least once we get close to finishing the first part. So I haven't found 7 tapestries in any of these yet. So these right here, these 3 symbols, the triangle symbols, these are the, what are they called? The Restoration Committee for Denis. Also, what are these on the bottom? I don't know what these on the bottom do. What if I click this? Delete the book? No. Why would I want to do that ever? All right, so I believe this age. Yes, this is the spinny age. All right, so I have been reading the comments. I didn't realize I could turn pages in my linking books, which I can. And I can link to the tapestries. Let's go ahead and link to this one, see where it takes us. And I also read in the comments that my jump that led to my death, why is the frame rate so bad, was perfectly timed. Oh, I don't want to be here. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Was perfectly timed, or at least appeared to be, but I just glitched through the ground, so maybe we just need to try it again. Maybe we should try it in third person. I'm guessing that's probably the disconnect. We don't need to go there. We need to find the elevator to take us up. I think I went the wrong way. I think I went the long way around. That's all right. We're gonna see if we can make it to the little island. Now, the little island up here has a tapestry on it. Wow, I completely missed where I needed to go. Oh, it's because I'm up. I need to go down. Okay. That makes sense. I forgot. I need to go down a level. It's hard to remember, like, the layout of everything, especially when you take breaks from the game. As much as I'd like to play all of this in one go, it seems almost detrimental because a lot of the interaction with the... we can fall, right? It won't hurt us. Yeah, a lot of the interactions with the comments on YouTube and stuff are going to be lost in translation if I just play the whole game and then upload it all. So I actually prefer to play in these sessions like I do. Also, I don't want to get burnt out. I'm not as young as I used to be. I can't marathon a game all night. Maybe once I get enough subscribers to live stream, maybe I'll start off with like a live stream marathon, but that'll have to be a very deliberate thing. Look at our dude. He looks so goofy. I love it. He looks like a cartoon Dexter Morgan. Not that Dexter Morgan looks goofy, just our version of him does. Okay, so we're on a spinny platform. I am taking the longest route to everything. on this spinny platform is a bridge that occasionally will line up with this island that I need to hop to. So let's go third person. Make sure shift is run. Space is jump, and there's like a wind up to the jump. It's not an immediate jump. We may be doing this a few times. I'm going to kind of skew the view over here some. He still runs forward. Turn a little bit, guy. There we go. Try to line him up with this line here. These tank controls are great, huh? Okay, let's look where we need to go. Not that one. We need to go here. So let's hold the run button. And let's go. Yep, I think first person was the reason I was falling through. So we made it. Let's click this so we can save our progress. Alright, we've got 2 of them clicked. Now I assume we have to do the same thing here, so I am going to go back into third person. Alright, we can do this, right? Let's hit the run button. And go. Look at that. Perfect. Hit F1 again. Now, are there other places we can go from here? Say on the other side? Maybe. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. First, we're just going to go inside of this, whatever this is. It's very spiky, imposing. You know, this looks like a building from like the original Doom. Maybe even Quake. Alright, let's keep going in here. Liking the waterfalls. Oh, we are still spinning. Yeah, that's right. So maybe we can see the other side of the building here. Watch us get to this door and we won't be able to open it. That would be perfect, right? Okay, this looks like a puzzle door, doesn't it? Oh, no. We just have to get close to it. Is my game frozen? Nope, it's just a weird animation. Probably was loading the inside of this building. That's a very complicated door. All right, what does this do? Absolutely nothing. All right. Where are we? This kind of looks, I get like a sense of dread coming in here. Okay. Super high tech all of a sudden. All right. Do these do anything? Huh. We'll go there in a second. Let's go to this side. Okay. I suppose I should be looking for tapestries in here. I think I've already been alerted to some that I've missed. Nobody's given me directions, though, to exactly where. Okay, so this is similar. So this is probably just an outer ring. Let's go inside. Very vault-like. Is there something hidden in here? Some sort of treasure or something? There's a doorway to the left. A chair. Looking out upon something. Can we sit in the chair? No? Aw. Pretty lame. Alright, let's go in that door we saw. Doesn't appear to be anything we can do in here. Alright, doorway. Yeah, this isn't creepy at all. There's not going to be a xenomorph at the end of the hallway, is there? Because it's behind me. No. Not behind me. Yet. Alright. Don't know what this is supposed to be. This looks important. What did that do? Let's do that in third person. Whoa! Well, I'm glad I went in the third person. We are now in a spaceman suit. I gotta say, this is a huge improvement over what we looked like before. I can't just turn around and look at my front. Okay, so we have a suit on. Why do we want a suit? What is this? 133. Very emerald weapon. Looking like an emerald weapon from Final Fantasy. Alright, what are we doing here? We got our cool outfit on. Huh. Well, let's run back over here. I imagine this just leads out. Let's kind of try to verify as much as we can. Yeah, it looks similar to the entryway. Let's go around one more and see if we head inward to the left, if it takes us to a different area. One where we might need a spacesuit for. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, this is a different area. This looks like a meeting room. Oh, there's a book. Get ready for some reading. Title, key. Okay, this is actually good. This will tell us about our key. Hopefully. The key. Base functions. D number 3 on the back side of all of these devices. 3 functions? There's certainly more than that. 3 core functions. In any case, it's a convenient name, key. Number 1, Nexus interface. The Nexus seems to be just an interpreter for key data. Keys allow users to provide or decline book access to other keys. I think we can make this work for neighborhoods as well. Age names defined in the key appear in the Nexus, or should. Interpersonal communication. Obviously the most important function, voice or text communication to other key users. Enter or enter age doesn't seem to matter. Okay. Image capture, storage and transfer. A single button press captures an image and stores it within an appropriate age directory. Images can be sent to other keys as well as uploaded to some imagers, depending on versions. Seems main servers coordinated this functionality. Might be tough to revive. Journal entry, storage, and transfer. Fairly simple. Write notes and store them. Again, server to server handles transfer journal, key to key, or key to imager. Markers. The ability to drop and collect markers at the operator's present location in an age. Okay. Layers of functionality here requires more research. Perhaps this feature could be tapped to help with GZ problem. Interesting. GZ problem. So we can drop like an AR marker? Wonder how we do that. Doors. In this age, the key, even at its most basic level, open level 1 doors. Level 2 and level 3 doors require higher versions, so it acts as a key card. The key. Got it. There's much more variety to these devices than we first suspected. The dispenser is capable of handing out at least 5 versions and possibly more. Feature set varies widely. There must have been a system to control and track these devices. Where? Imager built into this unit is surprisingly compact and efficient. Uses the same blasted lattice compression system, for lack of a better word. I have to crack that. Powerful projection for something that fits on top of a hand. Markers. Purpose. Perhaps a training tool for maintainers. Markers could be set up in recruits and our lower ranks run through the course. Interface. Keys interact with markers in 3 ways. Oh, this must be multiplayer stuff. Team capture. Once all markers are placed, there are 2 teams that can collect markers. The key registers the marker to the respective team. Markers can vanish after a time limit. or after all have been registered. Markers must be in same age. Test: can markers be reset? Yeah, that's multiplayer. Hold. Again, 2 teams. Markers only vanish after a preset time limit has expired. Markers do not disappear upon being activated, although server keeps track of what team is holding it. Server summarizes team holding most markers. At the end of the time limit, markers must be in same age. And then finally, single capture. Only one individual key can register markers. Markers also carry text. Entire marker set can be sent via key to another key anywhere in the system. Markers can be placed in any age. So this is kind of like geocaching, or maybe not even that. Some type of like prop hunt that you can do, and you can, find whatever the first marker is, and maybe it gives you a hint to wherever the person set the second marker, so that you can create your own gameplay with these worlds. Markers themselves seem identical to those produced by the Great Zero. In fact, I'm positive the same technology is being used, if not the Great Zero itself. It's possible that the keys are communicating with the Zero itself and writing these marks anywhere they are registered. Problems with that theory: maintainer, markers, etc. Key registration. Key tracks of other keys on 3 levels. Intra-age, any other key within the age is logged and displayed. Key to key. Any individual key can be registered for specific tracking. As a result, no matter where the key is, journals, photos, etc. can be sent and communication can occur. Perhaps this was used for temporary or semi-permanent team missions. For our purpose, a friends list? Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Groups. The key also recognizes groups somehow related to the Nexus. Seems possible, if properly configured, to support neighborhood lists with this function. Okay, so this is multiplayer 101 there. All right, so this is the map of the place, right? So it looks like we went in here, or maybe on the other side, and we walked this way. We came into the weird room where you could oversee. We went to the side hallway. We put on a suit. We came back here. We walked all the way around here, and we're here where the key is. So if we go further, we should go into another room. It looks the same on both sides, but maybe it's not. All right. Should we take a picture? I really see no reason not to. What was it? This button? There we go. Took a picture. How do we get out of this? That button, right? Yep. And then this. Is this something we need to be concerned about? I hope not. I don't think so. And then we can overlook this area. Okay, so no, this is this. Alright, let's take a picture of it then. Like this. Ka-chow. Alright. So yeah, that's this structure in the middle here. So we're going to go around and look at the other side of it. I see a ladder here, so eventually we're going to make it down there, I think. Is this a book? This is a book. I don't like to touch these because they usually warp me somewhere I can't warp back from. We'll remember it's here. Let's take a picture of it. We'll remember where it's at, hopefully. I would like to find a way to warp in here so I won't have to jump across that bridge every time before I start linking or warping to other places. Alright, let's go down this hallway. We're going to hang a left, I think. And it should take us to another room where you get a suit. Huh. Ooh. Oh, is this a different suit? Is this like a team deathmatch or something? Yeah, because that was purple on the other side. So if we put this on... Back up. No, it looks like the same suit. Okay, okay. We'll take this path, it's quicker. Alright, now we're here. And now we can see the other side of this. Is this some like post-apocalyptic Hollywood squares or something? Can't sit here. I honestly don't know what we can interact with. There should be one more office. Also, I should be looking for tapestries. I'm not seeing one. Don't open back up. Your overly complicated door. Alright, so this should lead to another office. And if I can't find anything in there, I'm going to go back out to the bridge and see if there's another place to jump to. I said office. It's more like a boardroom, a meeting room. Okay, there's another book to read here. And then here we go. This is the same. Ah, look at this. Perfect. So now we can go back to that other office and link out without fear of having to jump across that gap again. Okay, so we found 3 of those. 4 more are somewhere. What is this? Simpson, don't mention anything about the upper area of the fortress in your garrison report. That's where we're at, right? Garrison? I don't want people wandering all over Teledon looking for that weird link stone. Don't mention anything about the upper area of the fortress. So this is a fortress. Sharper. Alright, back to some more lore. Analysis. Kowalski. Analysis. Author, Simpson. Transcribed from voice recorder. Age, Garrison is what I'm going to say. Date, 11/12/2001 to 6/4/2002. Multiple trips. Okay, one thing seems immediately obvious. This place was built for security. Yeah, you think? No one could write a link anywhere in this place or the next. It was obviously a maintainer facility of some kind, and it doesn't seem that it was for general guild members. By that, I mean it was limited to at least the higher-ranking members. As to how they got the first link written here, I don't know, probably while it was under construction. It does seem pretty obvious that it's not going to happen again unless something major happens to this place. I should say that Kodama has some theories about the age and that have held up so far. May have had a special forces of a sort for the maintainers. Started later, mid-8000s. Became somewhat of a research and development arm for the Maintainers Guild. I don't know, worth mentioning though. There are quite a few mentions of such groups in other docs Kodama has found, or at least seen. Entrance. To begin with, I'd wager that no one other than a high-ranking government official or similar ever even made it into to this room. That's just my guess, but it seems pretty sound. I don't think any school buddies or girlfriends dropped by to see their maintainer friend. The linking book we found was deep within the Maintainer Guild. I'm sure it was well guarded in its day. You can see right off the bat the entrance was extremely secure. Thick walls, one door, a high window, sniper maybe? If you manage to get in with a bomb or something, it's not going to do any noticeable damage. I love the Maintainer symbol on the floor and everywhere else you look, as though I might forget and wonder where I am. Is that the key symbol that I'm seeing everywhere? Waiting room. So, visitors are escorted into this little waiting room. There's a window on one side, looks almost like a ticket window. Maybe turn in weapons or goods that aren't allowed. Maybe books. I'm sure they didn't want books in here. Yeah, it looks like mainly for books. There's another ticket window on the other side, although this one looks different. I'm pretty sure those are beetle cages. Beetle cages? On the other side. Beetles that salt out ink. Somebody was just telling me that there are all kinds of references to them in other docs. You didn't make it past this room with a book. Beetles that salt out ink. So like to detect if they had a book, they use beetles, kind of like a drug sniffing dog. As well, the doors never open at the same time, so even if somehow you make it out of the entrance room, you're still not going to make it past these mammoth doors out of the waiting area. Halls. Looks like the hall ran along the entire circumference of the building. There are plenty of rooms. I'll just try to hit them one at a time. First is an elevator, though. However, it looks like it's only down. Wonder if it was always that way. More security, I guess. Once you've made it into the halls, there is still nowhere to go, at least if they didn't want you going anywhere. Lockers. I would think that any books that were brought to the age were kept in the lockers. I'd imagine that some of the workers here or frequent visitors also kept some equipment, but I could be wrong on that. Looks like they kept some maintainer gear as well, markers, helmets, etc. Seems a little out of place, honestly. Keys. Okay, things are becoming a little more clear now. Just had a long chat with Laxman and researched some different docks over in the city that Nick had. Looks like the current condition I'm seeing was not the original condition. The key was a major development, and not just for the guild, but also apparently for all citizens. Turns out they were just starting to hand out the keys to the public around the time of the fall. Nice timing. So it looks like they had done some renovations in order to facilitate the mass amounts of visitors that would be coming in order to retrieve keys. Turns out my little girlfriend analogy was pretty much completely wrong. Girlfriends and more were going to start coming here, at least to the open sections. Kadama corrected me. We've actually found multiple books in neighborhoods, as well as the guarded maintainer book I mentioned earlier. Whoops. So visitors come in, walk through the doors, beetles check for books, and they walk down the hall into the key room. Get a key and link out. Guards were probably at the up elevator, which is just behind this room. If they did happen to bring any illegal items, they get them back from the other side of the locker room, and off they go back with their shiny new key. Home with their shiny new key. Makes more sense as to why the maintainer paraphernalia was in the locker rooms too. Probably a little display type thing for all the visitors. Impress them. Warehouse. Quite a bit of goodies in here, all of which I'm sure most visitors never saw. Pretty bad cave-in from the floor above, although Ingberg says structurally the place seems alright. He's doing more detailed inspections soon. Looks like most of these crates are filled with key maintenance type equipment, as well as a variety of spare parts, etc. I don't know. Laxman will have to give this place a good inspection. I'm sure he'll love going through it all. Beyond me, I know that. Beetle cages. Convenient cave-in. Not sure how one is supposed to get in the beetle cages without it. No idea how they did it. Link, maybe? Regardless, pretty positive the cages were for beetles. Symbols on the front and quite a bit of remnants in some of the dirtier cages. We'll have to clean those up. Wonder when they all died. I have a question mark there. Speaking of access, another question. How'd they get to the second floor? Elevators skip the middle floor. More security, I suppose. Elevators skip the middle floor. Well, we climbed up to the middle floor from the cave-in, right? This is talking about the first building, right? Second floor. Destruction was a little more substantial than I thought. Looks like it tore out a section of the outer wall even. Yeah, this is where we jumped into the outer wall and then jumped back in to start powering up the place. I'm going to get out of here until Ingberg can come back again. Been a few days, but I'm back. I'm no expert, so I guess I'll have to trust Ingberg, but he says this whole thing is one of the most solid, heavy pieces of construction he's ever seen. It's safe, he assures me. If I die here and someone retrieves this recording, please sue him for me. Second floor looks similar to the first, outer hall and a number of rooms. Have to remember that very few people probably ever walk these halls. There's no access via elevators, stairs, or anything to get here. I assume it had to be done via a linking book, which is probably somewhere in the city. I suppose there could be a way to stop those elevators on the middle floor, but I doubt it. Regardless, this floor was extremely secure. Book access only, I'm guessing. Guard lounge. Next to the observation room, at least that's what I assume it was, is what looks like a guard lounge. Looks like they stayed here for long amounts of times. There are beds in here as well as couches. I assume these guys manned the window/observation post while visitors were coming in. Guard lockers. More lockers similar to the set downstairs, although these are manned with some heavy equipment. I'm sure Watson will want to see this stuff and keep it locked up well. In fact, I'm not even going to go into detail about it here. Laxman can write all about this stuff in a later report. I will say I didn't know that Denis had these kinds of technology. Gear room. Now I see why this floor is secure. It looks like the whole power structure for this building is here. Amazing construction. The entire building looks to have been powered by some underground water source that caused it to turn. They implemented a gear that would grab onto teeth in the ground outside and provide them a power source as well. Talk about killing two giant birds with one stone. Pretty amazing. Power looks somewhat complicated. Seems as though there were at least occasions that power was turned off, and that there are obviously controls to do that and then to start it again. I'm heading to the top. Top. Wow, I thought this building was big. The main portion is absolutely giant. And rotating too, of course. I'm overcome with the amount of work put into this place just for security. It's everywhere. Almost comical picturing government officials walking the same paths I am. Amazing. To get to the other side, looks like one had to walk across the bridge to the rock pinnacle. The first place since we've arrived that we're able to save a link. And it's not big. And there's a massive structure facing you if you did. Pretty funny to try and picture an army invading. All of them bunched up on this stone waiting for these bridges to rotate. My gosh. The creatures. What creatures? These things are something out of a horror movie. I've been up here a little while and I don't see them often, but when I do, they're scaring me to death. I'm beginning to understand the fences and structures a little better. Perhaps some of them were designed to keep creatures out more than keep visitors in. Don't hang out in these woods unless you have a big gun. Another bridge to reach the main portion of this place. More security. I will say that the platform between the bridges seems to have eroded. At one time, crossing the bridges was probably a security feature to ensure manageable groups would approach the larger building one at a time. But I would wager it was still a lot easier than it is now. The erosion to the platform between the bridges has made it a little rougher. I suppose the maintainers would like it even more in its current condition. Alright, how much more do we got? A little bit more. Alright, we're going to start with the mud rooms on the next episode. I know it's a lot of lore, I apologize, but that's just the nature of this game. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider a like, a comment, and or a subscribe. Stay tuned for the next episode where we're going to finish this journal and then continue exploring. Stay tuned. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.